everybody. Welcome and welcome back to the Whole Bucket and to another what? Another Let's Make Journals episode. You can see that my desk is covered with stuff. And I have progressed the envelope journals a bit. I need to open a soda. Excuse this noise. Okay. I have progressed the envelope journals quite a bit. They're almost done. I want to get them absolutely done right now. I don't know if we're going to do that. But I'm going to talk about the upcoming project that will start next week. Where we're going to make a 100% junk journal. Oh, goodness sakes. I think I'm going to have to close this program. Hang on a second. I'm going to be distracted for a second because I have too many things running. And my computer is kind of saying, lady, fix your stuff. Okay, all better. So anyway, what was I saying? I would like to get these all done. I don't know if that's going to happen. But we're going to talk about the 100% junk journal. That's what. So I had mentioned last week a bunch of things to start collecting if you want to do it with me in real time. They're the same things that you would collect if you're watching this at some date in the future and you want to follow the series of 100% junk. That goes without saying, but you know, I'm a bit on the silly side. So, let's get started on this stuff, and as soon as I'm kind of on a roll, I'll keep working on getting these done. You can see what I'm doing, and we'll talk some more about that project. But here's one. I did it with the In the Sea stuff. So, cover, maps, tags, a little card, a treasure map, a bigger treasure map. This comes out on the two corners. I just added that a few minutes ago because that whole page was blank. There's kind of a secret tucked in paper there. Two more cards here. A littler card here. And another paper in there. It's kind of another secret paper too. You can hardly even see it's in there, but it's in there. So I think this one's done. I'm going to call it done. Ooh, I had to fix a little tear down here. That's how it ended up having this little border in the seashell that folds around to the back. Because making this pocket right here caused a speck of damage. In fact, it's got a little gap here still. So I'm going to put some glue in there. I'm going to stick some glue in that gap. And then let's get a very small clip and put a very small clip just holding that for a little bit. But we're going to call that one done. I'm so happy. And then we'll just keep working. So this one is all about literature, but this one's more about correspondence, I think. No. This one's more about books as in like writing a book or writing in a library. So I wrote notes of what kind of stuff I should put in it and printed more stuff. Good grief. You know, even in these little journals, it's amazing how much stuff it can require to fill these things. So I really just need something to decorate right here. And then it's got this big bookmark writable tag thingy. It's got a large tag in here. A large paper in here. Is this just a... Yeah, that's just a paper. That could be decorated too. A small tag here. This could use some decoration. This could use a big paper or tag behind it. Oh my goodness, this one still needs a lot of work, doesn't it? This still needs a thing in the pocket. Just some decoration back here. These are full, and that's just to hold the envelope shut. So that's that one, but it needs actually quite a bit of stuff. So let's see if I printed anything that can work. First of all, these can certainly work. I'm going to start cutting things out for this, and let's talk about a 100% junk journal. So I believe that I mentioned collect packaging and food packaging and delivery packaging, right? Like the paper that you get, bubble wrap, boxes from like side dish stuffing or side dish potato dishes or that sort of deal. Graham cracker boxes, cereal boxes. Oh, what else? What else? Dee-dum. Oh, so what I think I really forgot to say, and I'm not sure I forgot, but I'm pretty sure I forgot, is stuff like old jewelry. Okay? Old pins and buttons and snaps. I did say old clothing or sheets, because pillowcases and t-shirts will work good for what I'm planning to do. Although the piece of fabric I saved isn't a pillowcase or a t-shirt. So you can say whatever you want. It'll all work, right? I'm not even following my own advice. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. What else? I definitely wanted to tell you those couple of things. Let's pull out this bookshelf too. So sort of bending toward a theme now. I'm adding this sort of darker gothic library sort of pieces. So I want to make sure that I put in enough so that it feels like it was always part of the plan. Texture making things. So old jewelry that you might want to tear apart for adding dangles and colors and texture and stuff. But bubble wrap for visual texture and garbage things. Like I intend to go out to my garage. There are a couple of drawers in the workbench in my garage where the old owners of our house just left a bunch of stuff, right? And there's nothing wrong with the stuff they left, but it's not stuff we use very much. So I'm thinking I'm going to go out there and find things like nuts and bolts and screws and what have you. Oh, springs. I think springs, the coils and springs could do some cool stuff. I'm going to find things like that. So I don't know what you have in your life, but I have seen people use things like the mesh bags that onions come in. I think there's probably several things in the produce department that our fruits and vegetables might come in that would work. But anything that could offer texture, whether it's actual texture or just a visual element when we do some, you know, coloring of our papers. What else could you save up? I'm saving, oh my gosh. So I've mentioned before that my son is into 3D printing, and if you're following along on our Facebook group, or you've seen it elsewhere on my channel, you'll know that he's making a lot of things. Well, if you don't already know much about 3D printing, I'll tell you something else we've learned about 3D printing is that there's a lot of mistakes in 3D printing. There's a great many things that can go wrong. And, oh shoot, almost. You know what? I'm going to cut this different so it will fit over there because I just like being frugal like that. Anyway, there are a lot of mistakes, and I have been saving the mistakes because where is the corresponding part? There is no corresponding part. About right. Oh my gosh. Okay, there. I think we're going to go right there. Nope, I went too far. Okay, whatever. It's not completely even. Oops. So I can create a lot of texture with just this spaghetti plastic filament stuff. Oh my gosh, there's just literally buckets full of it. But I've been having fun practicing and doing some pretty cool book covers and such. So I think I might do that again. I don't know for sure, but I'm kind of thinking this is going to end up being rather industrial. I would say steampunk, but probably not. I think it's just going to be more straight up industrial. Just because it happens to be a lot of what I have. We have a lot of workshop supplies, a lot of metal things, a lot of working on car stuff, a lot of oh goodness, what else? I don't know. It's just what I have. So here's the point of that is don't try to go get what I'm saying to you. Understand that what I'm saying to you is to spark an idea in your head that you need to look in your own world. What do you have that is just not getting used or is laying around or is going to end up being garbage that you can just have next to you in a handy little box for making this 100% junk journal. You want papers, fabrics, fibers, textures, shapes. You want all of it. Not tons. Except for the paper part. You know, it's a journal. It takes some paper. Old envelopes. That's another thing I forgot to say. So, when you get your junk mail, if you have some kind of catalog that you get that you don't need, save that. Especially if you get one that's not glossy paper. Okay? If you get junk mail, cards that you don't want, save those. If you get any mail in a windowed envelope, window envelopes can be fun. Save those. If there's any clever colors in your mail, any clever shapes or envelope designs, or, you know, if there's a, if you get, like I got an envelope for, what did I get? It was a bill. I can't remember what bill it was, but I got a bill in the mail and it came with a return envelope. But it's a bill on auto pay online, so I don't need an envelope at all. So I got a free, perfectly good, not even used envelope. I was thrilled. Save that kind of stuff. If you go out to eat, get paper menus, save your receipts, rip off parts of your placemat that didn't get food on them, or save the whole placemat if you don't mind the food. Because you can do that too. If you go to the movies, save your ticket stubs. If you, oh, that's not gonna fit in any pocket, is it? Oh, I wanted this to fit. What if I just do that? That looks ridiculous, doesn't it? Or does it? I don't know what I'm going to do with that piece. What about this though? That's a little better right there. Although I don't like that they're the same width. I would like this if it was fatter. I could stagger them though. I can go like this. There, that's a little better right there. Let's stagger them. Oh wait, I know. We could. Wonder if it would go on here. Okay, it doesn't go on there, but it goes in there. I think I'll just layer it then. So the back piece will remain just a plain striped piece of paper, and you can write on the back, but the person who gets this can always decorate it if they want to. But for now, it can just be a layering piece, just like so. And I wish it was a little fatter, and I wish the bookshelf was a little narrower. Geez, I'm picky. Okay, I'm going to leave that like that. Where could we put this puppy? I'm going to trim this raggedy edge a little bit. Okay. Do we want to just cover that completely and glue that down? That's a little too much library on one page, isn't it? Maybe you want to put this right here and do something to tie it down there. I was hoping to make these numbers just the right size for my 1-inch punch, and I don't think, oh, that's not my 1-inch punch. I don't know that I pulled it off. We're going to see in just a second. Wrong punch. Correct punch. Let's see how I did. Oh, way too small. Okay, well, how small? Not small enough for this one, too big for the other one. That about figures. The number 2 fits though. Okay, let's try the 3. Does the 3 fit? Mostly. How about a number 12 and a 3? How about a number 21 and a 3? I don't know why, but they decorate that just fine. But I still need something to hold this in place, don't I? I'm not really taking care of that situation. Let me look quick through this pile. What if I just take off a stripe of this? Because I don't want this whole paper for what I printed it for anyway. I do have it, let's check this. So I have it in this, which is muted and printed on coffee dyed paper. And I have this, which is full color. But none of the other stuff in here is full color. So, oh, you know what though? Okay, here's what I just noticed. If I'm going to put these books in here, it's full color. And nothing else is full color. So what that says to me is that the little bit of decoration that it needs in here, plus the holder for this, should be full color. So I'm glad I checked. We'll put the coffee dyed aside and we'll use this chunk to do some stuff. I think that I've covered enough bases of the 100% junk and the things you should be saving if you're wishing to play along. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments for this video. I will check them out and try to address them in our very first night of Let's Make Journals 100% junk version. another circle. And let's make a middle-sized circle. And then let's make a bit of a torn L-shaped pocket thingy. Okay, that's not much of an L shape, but it's what I meant. Just so this is going to have just a plain, simple tuck spot like that. And I haven't been doing a lot of edging in these envelope journals, but I have been doing a little, as you can see, because I don't wait for the ink to dry and then I make big fat messes. So I'll just ink that white edge, the white torn part. And get this pocket. Oh my goodness, my glue is leaking. That is way too much. The glue is excited to get involved, apparently. Forgot to turn on one of my work lights too, so let me do that quick and see if that makes any difference to our quality here. Turn it off again. Turn it on again. Yeah, I think it does make a bit of a difference. Enough anyway. I didn't want to put this down toward the bottom, but I always default to down toward the bottom. In fact, I way too often default to down at the bottom left. Oh, good grief. It's ridiculous. Tell me what kind of ruts you get stuck in. I get stuck in what I feel makes the best balance, I think. And I think everything should start here and flow in that direction. I wonder if that has anything to do with being right-handed. It might, right? So if I take these, now I'm introducing circles and bubbles and, oh, good grief. I think I'm introducing way too much stuff, to be honest. Okay, what if I put this back here, and this over here, and this toward the center, and I have a little tiny tag over here, and I put that tucked in the pocket. Oh, no, that's for letter writing, isn't it? I did say this was more about books. No, that's too little. That book is too little. What about... What about just one of these tags? Do I already have one of these in here somewhere? I do right there. Doesn't matter. I could put one on each page. One there, one there, one there, and one there. They're all different. Let's see if I have two more. I have a bunch of stuff that would work if these journals were going to adults, but they are not necessarily going to adults. So I need to not put the rum bottles, because this is kind of piratey. I'm not going to do the rum bottles. Not that I think I'm going to influence kids to go off and drink rum with pirates if I do, but you know, just in case, it's going to a home where the younger people may be vulnerable. So I need to be a little careful. What if I do two there, one there, and one here? Maybe I'll put that one up there, and maybe I'll have it held on by a letter M. Like that. I'm going to do that before I change my mind again, because I seem to be even more scattered than usual. It must not be a very good decision-making day. The way to combat a not good decision-making day is to just move forward. So that's what I'm going to do here. Okay, and I'm going to put some backing paper on this guy because he's very thin and very little. So I'll just give him a patch to lay on. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to do 3 of them, aren't I? Where are the other 2? Let's get them all on here. Oops. He wiggled away. Don't wiggle away. Alright. Give those a second to dry while we think about this decoration idea. I think I'm just going to have to go like that and not do so much here. So just that. And then maybe use the smaller one with the number 3 over here. But this one is going to need something more. That's not enough for such a long vertical space. So what I've been doing, and I don't see the remnants anymore, but what I've been doing is taking some tea-dyed tracing paper. Oh, there's a nice grungy one. Let's use that one. Very grungy one. So I've been taking the tea or coffee dyed tracing paper and just creating another background layer behind a lot of stuff. So for this one, that would mean just something like this. About here. I'm just going to do a stripe of glue and get it in place. And we're going to have it hanging off the edge right there, and that's just fine. Now, let's see if this is going to be any better. So now it visually shrinks up the vertical space to now like this. I think this was still too small. Would it be too small if I went to my default? Probably. How about like that? Actually, what might break it up visually is if I make the lines horizontal for this one. It does. I like that better. Let's get off that glue, that extra glue. Okay. I'm actually going to do that. I'm happy with that. I don't know if you notice it or if it makes any difference in your eyes, because everybody is different, right? But when I had the stripes in the colored circle going the vertical direction like this, it just accentuates how vertical everything is and how much space there is. But my eyes think when I chop it like this and put this circle horizontally, it makes it feel more like this is a piece and this is a piece. It's not real. It's just a trick that my brain seems to fall for. It's very common in art and it's very common in clothing. Ever see very short people wear certain kinds of clothes and it makes their legs look even shorter? Or very, very tall, thin people will wear very, very long, thin pants and it makes their legs look like they go forever. Those kind of tricks are, they're everywhere. They're just all over the place. I think I'm going to do a copy of that over here. Yep, I'm going to copy that over here. So it's the same concept, right? It's the same how to break things up and how to make them look like they extend. But it's just an illusion. It's an optical illusion. Oh, I should have glued to the other side. It's more colorful. Okay. Too late now. Tissue paper is not very forgiving. It wants to clump up. It wants to stick together. It wants to do a lot of things. So now I need to think about this one. I kind of like it horizontal because then it's the opposite of this. But I don't like how short this stuff is, and I might want to... No, I think this one has to be horizontal too. Alright, well, I'm going to do it. I could try diagonal. What does diagonal do? Anything? What does diagonal this way do? Anything? Vertical? I kind of like it this way better. You know what? It's it's stuck. I have no choices anymore. Well, that's one way of making a decision, isn't it? Just keep rotating till the glue sticks. Oh, and I forgot what number I wanted to do. So we're going to do a 21. A 21, please. Alright, put that away, put that aside. Actually not that far aside because I think we might still need this. And let's take a look. We're going to put the 2 here. And 1 there. Let's cut those out quick. I need a little scissors for this one. If you intend to follow along with 100% junk, I guess I already said it. Ask any questions or comments or concerns or anything down in the description box of this video. But let me know that you're going to be watching and that you're going to follow along. It'll be interesting to see what everybody comes up with for their supplies. I would certainly like to tell me what kinds of things you have. Also, if week to week there are questions about what to do with certain things that you have that maybe I'm not using, that might be kind of fun to figure out. I would love to be posed challenges because I love challenges. What else? I can't think of anything else. That's probably enough. Whoops, I didn't do that very well. I have been trying to sharpen my paper punches, and I have seen or heard or something, people say that if you punch tinfoil, that it sharpens your punches, and I am not having that experience. Nothing seems to be helping. If you are someone who knows how to sharpen a paper punch, it would be hugely appreciated if you could tell me. So I am going to fold this just like this to make a stronger pocket than just a single layer. Let me bring out the cutter. So I would like this pocket to be nice and straight. Let's make it 1 inch even. I don't know why. Just an arbitrary number I pulled out of a hat. And it's got a circle missing, so we don't want it there. And then I'm going to glue this so it's 2 layers, and then put it here, and let's put one tag in like this maybe, and the other one in tucked in like that. That looks stupid. Okay, both tucked in like this. I was afraid there might not be room for both of them to be tucked in with each section glued on its own, but it looks like it'll be fine. I'll have to be careful with the gluing. Okay, so in order to make this kind of jive with other things in here, we need the lines to be curvy. So I'm just going to use the smallest curve on this paper punch. Then I'm going to put the glue in here and get this thing shut. And I want this light colored line to be underneath. I don't really care for it. It was like this at the edge right here, and I didn't really care for that, but I like it much better this way. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I think I'm going to fairly center this. And what I want to do is find the middle of it, because I want a line of glue in the middle. How many colors I am today. Blech! I'm so many colors. All in the brown family, I think. It's been a very working in the brown day. So there in the center, tiny bit on the back, tiny bit on the top and bottom. There. You know what I should have done? No, too late. I'm not going to do it now. I'll show you in a second what I could have done though. When I folded this, I could have put a little curved edge right there too. It would have clearly separated the two pockets. That might have been kind of cool. Too late. I already had a bunch of glue on there, and I needed to get the pocket placed before the glue got over tacky, and so I would have time to work with it like so. So there we go. That one will go in there. This one will go in here. And oh, that is the last one. So yeah, we're kind of done with this. I don't like this page, so I think what I will do is, hold on, gotta grab it up here. I will just grab, oh, I was gonna say I'll put in extra tea dye paper. That's what I usually like to use for layering, but let's not use this ripped apart piece. I can find other uses for that one. Oh, look at this one's not much better. Well, it is. It's much better, but it's not great. So I think what I will do, come on you, I will chop this right there. And then, how tall do we want this? And then I will chop off a good chunk for how tall I want this. I think it was about there. I really should have put a mark. And then we will triple fold. So it's a fair width for this pocket. And then we'll just tuck this behind like so. Okay, there's a lot of stuff in this pocket. That's a tight fit. I don't mind that. It'll hold things in place, right? Let's put that puppy in there. Yeah, let's do that. I like that better. There we go. Okay, we got one done. And 2/3 of my time is over. So we're not going to get them all done. We're going to keep going though. We're going to get whatever we can done. I need rock sleeves and tags for this one, and I don't have all that. I need a belly band and a tag for this one with envelope, stamps, candles, and plants. So I need a lot for both of those. So we're going to work on this one. Leaves, flower, and envelopes, and one card. So this one, I needed gender neutral, right? But some of the supplies I had were very flowery, leaning a little more feminine, traditional feminine than other things. And I don't have to eliminate those things, right? So this one is more about correspondence, but sort of garden and correspondence. Nope. Okay. Let's see what I have for this one. First of all, that might work in here. This small card might work in here. The full color piece might be better than the tea-dyed bit, so we'll check that. I've got a bunch of words and numbers and some, you know, mock washi tape bits that could work in here. And then I got some extra flowery bits. This one's more correspondence, so maybe we're going to use that. Actually, you know what? I should save this for the one that said stamps, because that's even more correspondence. Okay, we'll save that. I have a piece of tape, washi tape, that I made just to try out the technique when I was watching a video. Everybody's doing it, so I gave it a try. Oh, here we go. There's a flower. There's a flower card. Here is a wax seal mock-up thingy. Although I have real wax seals too, so I could always pull those out. Here's a little flower. I don't know if that goes with it at all. Alright, let's leave it at that. So let's see if we can get this one done in the 15 minutes that are left. What do I need in here? I need something on, behind, or whatever for this tag. It's a little too plain, naked. This is okay, but not great. I could put maybe just something like this seal joining the two. So there's a little card in here and a bigger card here, you can see. Okay, so this is just a placeholder. That definitely needs to be something other than just that piece of paper. That's okay the way it is. That tag is okay the way it is. Why did I think this needed a tag? Maybe I was thinking right here. Because the pockets are all full. As far as I can tell. That one is, that one is, that one is, that one is. What did my notes say for this one? Did it say books, numbers, pens, and text? No, leaves, flowers, envelopes, and a card. Might have been right here, because something really has to happen here. And or here. And or here. Wow, I should take better notes because I apparently have no idea what I was talking about. This is introducing a whole new color that isn't in here anywhere. This is kind of cool. So could I put this on just on for a decoration bit? Could I put it in here and fold it over for a decoration bit? Let's try this. Okay. Do I like that or not like that? I kind of like that. Because it pulls the purple over, right? But there's nothing over here. So maybe I just add some purple bits. What do we got here? Oh, that's that. Wow, I am quite conflicted this evening. I do believe my brain power may have left me just after the little bit we've done so far. You know, sometimes you just need to walk away and just say, come at this a different time. I can always do a flip through of these if you're interested in seeing them before they go to their new home. But you have gotten the gist of what's going on with these. So if anybody says they're interested in seeing the final project, I can certainly do that and put it up on my flip through playlist. There is zero problems with doing so. Or, oh, that's good. Or, we can just move on next week and just count this done because my brain is not going to do more. I'm going to do this right here. This is good. So I'm going to cover this whole front piece. This is going to, yeah, that's a lot of glue. Okay. This is going to be a cover for a little flip note spot. But then we have to make it friendly for note spot because it's all purple on the inside. And unless you have, you know, a white pen or something, it's a little hard to journal on purple. So let's get this, the coffee dyed paper, and we'll glue that right there. Here, I can use this for this one. Whee! Whoops, I got a lot of glue on my desk again. Yep, I think we just have to call this a wash right now because I am kind of losing my composure here. And I'm not functioning very well at the moment anymore. I don't know if you can really tell yet, but I can tell that my brain is really not engaging any longer. That's not a big surprise. It's pretty normal. That's pretty normal. Okay, so now we have a little lined note spot. I can't really keep this folded or put it in its place yet because it's very wet. So it would just glue itself shut and to its tuck spot. But I'm gonna put it there just for a second so we can see if we're happy. There we go. Whoops. Okay. Okay. Don't get stuck in there though. Alright, I might have to do some fiddling. I should stop gluing it to my hand. That goes all the way up. Okay, that's good. I'll just saw this little part down a little farther. This is actually my favorite part of this tearing ruler. This tearing ruler is extraordinarily thin and flexible and really kind of difficult to actually tear with. Although it has holes in it that I suppose are for anchoring it down maybe? I don't know. But my favorite part of it is that it acts as a saw for when I over glue. Okay, still won't go through. Why? What is your problem? What is your problem? There we go. So that'll go like that. That'll go there. I haven't decided about this pocket edge. What about if I put it here? Nah, that's kind of stupid. It's not stupid. It's not very exciting though. What about here? No, absolutely not. Here. No. I think this was the best idea. And then I folded it, so now it's not really going to work that great. What if I did this? What if I did one piece behind the other piece? And did that. Wow, that's a busy page. And it just gets lighter and more boring as it goes. Yeah, I'm going to have to end right now. So, again, if you want to see a flip through of these envelope journals when they're all the way done going to their homes, you can certainly say so, and I will do a whole separate video just showing how they ended up. In the meantime, let's take a look at how they are right now. Let's get rid of this though. We don't want to see the notes. We want to see the book. So we have 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, and we can take this clip off now because that's nice and sealed. I might have to do the same on the back. This back pocket looks like it's going to start tearing too. Okay, so we've got those 5, and we had 6. But here's, I don't know how this one got abandoned, but I didn't pull out any papers or anything for this one. It's just got what it's got in it, and nothing was ready for this one. So, you know, let's put it on the very bottom. But I have these 5 journals that are almost ready to leave my door. And this one that we talked about before on, I think it was last Fridays, or it's this coming Fridays. Friday freebie feature. Anyway, this one is going to go with these in a big package of journals. So, what do you think? Any questions, any comments, any requests? And there we are. Let's make junk journals. Or no, let's make journals. All kinds of journals, junk and otherwise. I will see you next Monday, for sure, for the start of 100% junk. Oh, I'm kind of excited, guys. Kind of excited. I hope you are too. See you then. TTFN.